September 26 every year has been set aside by the United Nations General Assembly to observe the International Day for the Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons. The day is to enhance public awareness and education on the threats posed by nuclear weapons to humanity and the necessity for their total elimination in the world. The 2050 observance marks the 70th anniversary of the first and last use of nuclear weapon in war, and also 16,000 nuclear weapons remain and represent a global threat in countries possessing such weapon of massive destruction. The United Nations has been dedicated to the cause of nuclear disarmament since 1946, when the first resolution was voted. Here in Benin, some stakeholders and environmental experts said since the world is full of crisis, war and terrorism, it is disastrous for any government to invest in nuclear weapons, looking at what it has cost in countries producing it or neighboring countries around where it is launched.
The manufacture of weapons, particularly nuclear, must be controlled globally, not by a few world powers, but globally, because if it is left in the hands of a few, the rest of the world, particularly Africa, will be at great risk. So there is a need for purposes of security and protection of mankind, that is to say, humanity across the world. Nuclear weapons, the manufacture must be controlled.
Nuclear weapons and even nuclear power has never really solved real problems of mankind. Countries believing they can move to nuclear power for electricity generation. For example, Nigeria. Nigeria is planning to build 2 nuclear plants, one in Akwa Ibom and one in Kogi State. We believe that this is the wrong direction for the nation to move, because nuclear power doesn't come without a price.
Not recently long, we saw what happened in Japan, for example, and the effect are still being felt by people there. You know, the media might not have covered a lot of it, but people who have visited or people who live around that nuclear plant in Japan can still tell you that it's like nothing is happening in that area. And it's becoming absurd for us to see governments trying to go into what other countries are crying foul of.
September 26, 2015 is the second International Day for the Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons. Patience Osayomabo reporting.